here and say hi to anyone that's around. And sorry for missing that. It was so frustrating because I was looking forward to that all day and then I missed it. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to get set up here. I've never sat in this little area of the van. Oh my goodness. Nothing ever works. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say hello. See what you guys are up to today. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the chat. How are you today? Hey, Miscellaneous BS. I saw someone else with the username MS, and I thought that might be you, but then I wasn't sure. Les, hi. Oh, gosh. This is making me feel like we haven't seen each other in a really long time because I haven't done a live chat in a long time. If you weren't, when we switched over to Twitch for Rewatch November, there was just a lot of things going wrong and I was really stressing out for 2 hours every day. 1 hour trying to set it up, 1 hour actually chatting, and I was like, this is taking so much out of me, and only like 2 people were watching, and I love those people so much, but I can't cater my whole life around keeping up with something. Tiny Fairy, I missed you too. Rod, hi. And Musty Fan, I look forward to watching your video. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I worked really hard on that one. Tanya, hello. So good to see everyone here tonight. I'm so glad. I've missed chatting. Lee Lake, hi. I saw you added me on Twitch, and I just said this in the live if you weren't on here yet, but that series couldn't continue, unfortunately, so that was really a shame, but that's life. You liked the video, Tanya? Thank you so much. I was really bummed driving up that mountain. There wasn't a lot of snow, and then thank goodness there was some further down the hill. Rod just watched it, really enjoyed. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Lee Lake says, no more rewatch at all. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm really bummed, too. It just didn't. Miss that. Miscellaneous says, I totally miss that you switched to Twitch somehow. Well, how did I announce it? I think I made a community post about it, and then I also made a short about it, because those, not everyone reads a community post, so I was hoping the short ended up in people's feeds, and I guess it didn't, if you didn't know about it, so that's a bummer. Musty Fan said, what did we all have for dinner? Oh my gosh, I'm glad you asked. I had a little bit of onion left, so I chopped that up and had peas and corn in the skillet frying up with it. And then I put rice in there with some soy sauce. So kind of a little fried rice, kind of a little, stir fry. It was delicious. Lee Lake says, boo to that. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. Boo to. I'm sorry if it's something I did. Like I said earlier, I just can't do everything. I was getting so burnt out. In fact, I'm still kind of I don't know. It's been a hard month because I'm working on my documentary, but also keeping videos coming out, and I'm just so overwhelmed. It's hard because I don't want to let anybody down. I'm also trying to grow my channel, and it's been a lot lately. So I'm sorry if you're saying boo to something that I could help, but probably couldn't. Les said, you knew hiking clothes were cool. Thank you. I've really enjoyed working with that company. I only have 20% left on my phone, which seems to always happen when I go live, but I was only planning for this to be a short live, so just FYI, that's what's coming up. Tanya says, sorry it didn't perform as well as you hoped. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brandon says you could do director's commentary on what? The video that I just posted? Tiny Fairy says, I'm going to watch it tonight. Been super busy. Oh, good. Thank you for watching. Musty says, ooh, that sounds good. About the dinner? It was. Lee says, what Brandon said, you could steal the commentary and post it later. Oh, yeah. That'd be... I have a lot on my plate right now. Oh, boo to no more rewatch, but yes, to do what's best for you. Thank you so much for understanding. I really appreciate that. But what we were just talking about a like rewatch director's commentary as a video, that would be good, but it would be a really huge undertaking, and I just have too much on my plate for that right now. But great idea. I'll keep it on the back burner. Thank you for the idea. Musty says self-care is important. Glad you're keeping things manageable. Thank you. Much appreciated. Tiny Fairy says, oh no. Tiny says, I can only imagine how hard it is with having so much going on. Most important thing is taking care of yourself. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. Sometimes I feel like all it is making videos and doing stuff to promote the videos, which I like, but it does take up a lot of time, and I am not doing so great sometimes. Rod says, don't forget to like and share after watching. Thank you so much. Lee says, back burner for when you're bored. LOL. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. There's always like a certain time of day when I get a bunch of emails, and it's happening right now. If you see me swiping up a lot, I don't really know why that is. It could be like it's the beginning of the workday in China where a lot of businesses are, and so people are getting on their computers and being like, let's get back to that Maddie girl. So yeah, what did you all do today? What's up in your lives? By the way, I can only chat for half an hour, so just FYI to know that's coming. Tiny Fairy says, I totally understand. It takes so much time editing too. YouTube is not easy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Musty says, so I have a fun question. What are the coolest animals you've seen on your travels around the 48? Ooh, probably the black bear in Glacier for one of them. I saw rattlesnakes in North Dakota and an eagle at Lake Tahoe. That was on the Nevada side, but still. Oh, and in the same day I saw the eagle, I saw that family of bobcats. That was so cute. Actually, my video last week, I saw a coyote as I was leaving Devil's Bridge up in Sedona, Arizona. Yeah. Oh, and harbor seals. At first I was like, I haven't said anything on the East Coast, but harbor seals were my favorite. Actually, they were the only big. John Swan, you are too kind. Thank you so much. Tiny Fairy remembers the black bear. Yes. I was so excited. Well, I guess the minute I saw it, I wasn't excited because I was like, okay, Mom, here's my bear spray. It's not coming towards me so I can film. Yeah, Musty, the family was so cute. I loved them. Rod said, still working on my van. 50% work and 50% fun. Aw, so you don't burn out. Thank you. Lily Lake says the bobcat family was super cute. Are you still in Arizona? Watch for kit foxes. Ooh, okay, I will. Sorry, person, but I do not speak that language. Thank you for being here, though, and thank you for participating. Musty said, that's awesome, Rod. Yeah, really excited for you. Tanya said, made beard oil tonight when I asked what everyone was up to tonight. That sounds really interesting. As a Christmas gift? Oh, that's such a good idea. Wine in Beautiful Places says, hi everyone, I just wake up. Oh, this person, I'm sorry I don't even know your username, says ni hao, and I know that means hello. Ni hao ma means how are you? But I'm sure I'm getting the accents wrong on that. Tiny Fairy says, who's that Washington? I'm not sure what you mean. Thomas J. Spence Images says, good morning from Minnesota. Yeah, I know a little bit of, is it Mandarin maybe? But Tanya says, it is a new product for my soap company. Oh, that's so cool. You have your own company. Congrats on that. And Teresa's here from upstate New York. Hey, welcome. Glad you all are here. Oh no, did you see that? The pom-pom on my hat took my lights. Oh goodness. Says in the picture. Oh, this person's, from China. We have George Washington from China in the chat today. Oh, how cool. These lights have been so handy, but when stuff like that happens, it's kind of chaotic. Alrighty. Wine says, where are you? I am in Arizona, actually. I'm sorry this picture is so dark, you guys. Jeez. I have, to me, like in this room, it looks perfectly bright to me, but I guess on camera that doesn't really translate. Okay, here's a little added light. Gonna blind myself, but you know, that's all part of the job. Actually, I'm going to move that further back so I don't blind myself as much. Okay, sorry about that. Must have said today was pretty uneventful. It's cold and snowy out. Can't wait to start a van build hopefully this spring so I can be a snowbird. Yeah, I bet that's gonna be great. Congrats on that. Miscellaneous says the lighting is fine. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad you don't mind a dark picture. And Lee Lake says, spotlight on Maddie. Yeah, I love how when light shines in my eyes, they look green. Other times they just look dark or brown, but I'm like, oh, I'm so beautiful. Rod says, when are you gonna announce your next big adventure? Great question. Let me show you my plans. So, December 2022, on the first weekend, I'm going to a conference. Well, is it a conference? I think it's more of a festival called Tiny Fest. So I guess, yes, it is a festival if it has fest in the name. But there's going to be a bunch of like tiny houses and van conversions. So if you're in the southern Arizona area, I would go if I was you. It's going to be really fun. But then once I get done with that Wednesday is going to be the big documentary premiere. And I've been working so hard on it. I'm seriously like, this is the most... Yeah, it's definitely the most effort I've ever put into a video. It's going to be about 50 minutes to an hour. It's going to cover every state I've been to and a highlight from there, what I learned, and I'm just so excited for it. But anyway, then there's going to be a few other videos about what the beer was like in different states, what the nature, for lack of a better word, was like, and the best of. And stuff like that. So this weekend this weekend is Christmas, so I don't want to post anything there. I just want to be in the moment with my family. So I'm thinking I'm going to announce the next big adventure probably on the 21st, and then we'll have some fun shenanigans this little, either the last Wednesday of the year. Definitely I'll have a video coming out that day because I have a video every Wednesday. But then, yeah. I was thinking if I went live on New Year's Eve, would that be fun? Or like, do you think because we're all in different time zones, it'd be kind of weird? Or we could just have like a 24-hour live stream, and then every time it hits the hour, someone from that time zone would be like, it's the new year here. And we could pretend like we were talking back and forth in time to each other. Someone being a time traveler. Milwaukee had, I'm sorry, but this is actually Winookie, and that's a summer camp in New Hampshire. I almost said New Mexico, a very different state. But I worked at this camp in 2020 for a little bit. You guys seem to like my New Year's Eve live stream idea. Oh, thank you. That would be funny. That would be a very long time to go live, though. My phone is just propped up against my skillet right now, so that's why it's sliding. Sam Schneider says, I was just in Arizona for the Grand Canyon. You've been, right? Oh, yeah, I sure did. And I was not having a very good time the day I went. But it was still like, oh, this is so awesome because it's the Grand Canyon, but I'm also upset about something else happening. So, yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon. Great place. Weird memories from there. Not weird, just like good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Bittersweet. Wine says that you need to get pit bull dog. I don't know. I don't really want a pet. My space is already so small, and I'm not just gonna keep living in a van on and on and on. There's so much of the world still left to explore, so I'm going to explore it in different ways. Liz says, thanks for the light. Now we can see your pretty smile. Or just your smile. I put pretty in there. So conceited. Wandering Pond says, when you are not going places to film YouTube, what does a typical day look like living in your van? I'm wondering how people have lazy days in a van without feeling exposed. Well, when I do have lazy days like you're talking about, I actually just made a short about it if you're interested, but I'm usually at a campsite where I don't mind being exposed. More new people. Hello, Lorenzo. Hi, Roger. BBB Yips, as in Ypsilanti, Michigan. But the Wandering Pond, to go back to your question, I think it's different for everybody. I guess a typical day for me, it depends where I am really, because like if I'm staying in the city so I can do work at a library, then I'm just like waking up very quickly, getting ready and heading out for the day. But if I'm like I am now at a campsite, I open up my hood, cook, not my hood, what's this called? My trunk, and just hang out. Yeah, so really it just depends where I am. Chinese George Washington says, do you know Wudang Mountain? I don't. Yeah, it sounds cool though. Ooh, there is a national park in China I want to go to, but now the name is escaping me. So, someday. Alright, I'm finally catching up to the comments. Tiny Fairy says, I'm going to be alone. Family is far away. So that would be super. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that you're not going to be able to be around your family. So I will definitely keep that in mind, Tiny Fairy. Les says, you do have a pretty smile, by the way. Oh, thank you. Ah, you're too kind. Teresa says, have you been to upstate New York? It's beautiful and peaceful here. A total fun experience. I have, in fact. That was I think it was the 7th state I went to. And it was awesome. It was very far to drive across, but very beautiful because I was there in the fall. All right, so earlier tonight, I had just finished cleaning up my dishes, and then I came around, put my windows covered up, and I was opening a beer when my mom actually called me and was like, hey, why weren't you on the live chat? And then I got really like, I missed the live chat. The live chat that was going on during the premiere of my video that just happened, not this live chat that we're having here. But anyway, I was about to open a beer when I got that bad news that I had missed it. That's kind of the bummer about these days. My videos have been shorter. It's less of a time to do that live chat video premiere, but not during my documentary, 50 minutes long, or maybe an hour or so. Today I've been editing the audio. Oh, Wendy, hi. Glad to see you too. This is, it's the beer I had in my video that just premiered, Four Peaks Brewing. Oh, shoot. Cheers, y'all. Glad you're here. Let's see. Oh, I missed TT's comment. Where are you from originally? I'm Baltimore, Maryland. Well, I am from Louisville, Kentucky originally. Already said hi to Wendy. Miscellaneous says cheers back. Roger says, my father grew up in upstate New York, Plattsburgh. My grandfather worked at Oswald Chasm. I haven't heard of that. Really cool place to visit, and with trails and rapid rides. Oh, hello Zeke, welcome. The Wandering Pond says, my husband and I do play on your Beer and Beautiful Places. Aw, we love to do a coffee in beautiful places while on the road, and we like voting on our favorites. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. Lee Lake, yes, I do know what I'd see if I lifted a kilt, but I would not do that because that's not very nice. Tiny Fairy says, your hair is getting long. Are you going to cut it again? It looks pretty either way. Well, thank you very much. I don't know. It's, so I'll tell you, when I was a little kid, I didn't like getting my haircuts. I didn't like getting my hair cut, so it was just very, very long. It was a long braid. And then when I was in 2nd grade, I got chopped off, and it was so fun because everyone was like, oh, you got your hair cut. So I kept doing that of like growing out my hair, getting it cut every like 2 to 3 years, on and on and on, up until now, actually. But it is, when I cut it this last time, I did it myself. Mitchell, beer stipend, thank you very much. Cheers to you. My hair, though, this past time I cut it myself, and it was so short, it was uncomfortable. It was so short, it was uncomfortable. And my phone is on 10%, but I'm a professional. I got a power bank ready. Even though I said earlier in this live I said I was gonna have to stop, but yeah, I forgot I had a power thing as a backup. Teresa says, keep your hair long. It is, nice to have it long because I can put it in a braid. It's a little harder to take care of, but good and bad in both. As usual. Drummer says, are you heading west coast for the winter? I am in the southwest right now, and I'm gonna be until Christmas when I go back home. And I don't want to tell you what I'm doing after that, though, because I am keeping my whole plans for next year as a surprise for later, so I don't want to spoil the surprise yet. But for now, I'm in the Southwest, and then I'm going back to Kentucky to visit my family for Christmas and New Year's, probably. It's just while I'm there. Oh, I have missed some chats. Roger says, Audible chasm. Thanks. Pronounce Audible chasm. Audible chasm. Got it. But be the oldest tourist park in the U.S. all the way back to 1870. Well, how cool is that? That's awesome. In upstate New York, you say? And Wandering Pond says, oh yes, the balance of hair, just long enough to pull up in a ponytail, but not long enough it gets too heavy. The struggle. Yes, exactly. Oh, Dizzyus has been to Audible Chasm. It's in New York. Oh, cool. Very nice. That's really interesting. Is it still in operation? Wendy says, home for the holidays. Nice. Bet your family is excited. Thank you. I'm excited to see them too. Upstate, way upstate. Very cool. Charm Young says, how do you pronounce Prescott? Well, as far as I know, it's Prescott if you're talking about Arizona. But that being said, I'm not from here. How would I know? Alrighty, guys, I do still have to do some editing tonight. Ooh, it's for my documentary. Yesterday, I recorded all the narration, and today I'm taking out the bits of the narration where I mess up. So I still have to do that tonight. So I'm gonna have to go soon, but it was lovely talking to you so far. Roger says, yes, you can look them up on the internet. Oh, that's cool. Because, theme parks and stuff that used to exist but then get abandoned. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. I've seen pictures of this, what was it, a Wizard of Oz theme park that was abandoned, to pronounce it properly. Oh, you guys are excited for the documentary? Thank you so much. Roger says, my grandfather was a manager there, so every summer for many years I got to go there. Oh, how cool. When he says, when should we expect the documentary? It is, let me look at my calendar. I know it's December 7th. Yep, December 7th. Dizzyus, thank you. Oh my gosh. Twinsies, we're both in our Siennas drinking. Cheers. You have a scotch and I have a Scottish style ale. Rod said it was great to see you. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. It was good to see you too, Rod. Thank you all for being here. This was a fun chat. I've definitely missed doing the weekly lives. I just felt like I was kind of being too much for a second there when I was going live every day. So I was like, maybe I need to lie low a little bit. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you all so much for being here. This has been a blast. Oh, Charm Young says it's Prescott. Okay, noted. Yeah, so thank you all for being here. Drummer says, thanks, Natty. Have a great weekend. Aw, this is my favorite part of every live because everyone's just so nice. You all have good weekends too. You're very welcome, Teresa, and Drummer, and Les, and Tanya, and Wendy, and the Wandering Pond, and Miscellaneous, and Tiny Fairy, and Wendy. Oh, you guys are the best. Lee Leg, heart, and cheers. Bye, Musty Fan. You guys rock. Okay, see you later. Bye.